Welcome to all students who are participating in this webinar to know more about the Queen Mary University of London. My name is Cristian Ochoa. I'm part of the academic counseling team of Colfuturo. Today is with us Joanne Waller, representative of Queen Mary University of London, who is going to talk about the postgraduate program and the agreement that Colfuturo has with this university. To all participants of the webinar, I want to let you know that you can write down your questions, and at the end of the talk, Joanne is going to answer to them. I'm gonna talk a little bit about the agreement and then introduce our guest, and so she can start with the presentation. So, talking about the agreement with Queen Mary University of London, it offers in the Humanities and Social Sciences faculty, one full scholarship to one PhD beneficiary of Colfuturo, and 20% scholarship in the tuition fee to all beneficiaries who apply to the one-year master's program. In the engineering faculty, the university offers two full scholarships to two PhD beneficiaries of Colfuturo, and 20% scholarship in the tuition fee to all beneficiaries who also apply to the one-year master's program. In the medicine and dentistry faculty, Queen Mary offers 20% scholarship in the tuition fee to all beneficiaries who apply to the one-year master's program. So now, welcome Joanne for being with us today in Colfuturo. The students are online and they would like to listen to all the great information that you have for them.
Okay, hello and welcome to this webinar on Queen Mary University of London. I'm Joanne Waller, I'm one of the regional managers in the Global Engagement Office at the university, and I'm going to give you some information about the university today, and you'll have an opportunity to ask questions at the end. Okay. So, why would you pick Queen Mary to study at? I'm just going to show you a video now with an introduction to the university. Please play the video. Okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about the history of the university. We were established in 1785, so we've been teaching students for a long time. One of the original colleges of Queen Mary was St Bart's Hospital, Medical College, which was actually established in 1123, so one of the oldest medical schools in England. And we have 8 Nobel Prize winners that are associated with the university. Our global profile. So one of the main agendas at the university is that we should have an international outlook in everything that we do, from our research, from our academic partnerships with universities overseas, to our student body and our academic staff teaching at the university. We're in the top 25 universities in the world for our international outlook, and we're 19th in the UK and 126th in the world in the QS rankings. So we're a top 200 world university, so we're very well regarded internationally. So our global profile of our students, we have 27,000 students studying at Queen Mary, and these come from 162 different nationalities. 35% of our students are from overseas and 9% are from the European Union. We have over 4,000 students currently studying our programs in China. So as you can see, we're a very diverse university. If you come and study with us, you'll have an opportunity to meet students from all over the world. And the university is made up of 3 teaching faculties. So these are Humanities and Social Sciences, Science and Engineering, and Barts and London School of Medicine and Dentistry. Something we're very proud of is our research excellence. So you can see from the table that we were ranked 5th for our research output in the last REF. The REF is the Research Excellence Framework Assessment. So we were ranked 5th, just underneath Cambridge, so it's a very good ranking for our research. And our School of Medicine and Dentistry was ranked 4th in the world for the most highly cited research. I'm now going to play you a video that tells you a bit more about our research. Please play the video. I hope you enjoyed that video, a bit about our research. So we mentioned the 3 faculties at Queen Mary. Within those faculties, we have 19 schools. And you can see the list of schools now. It gives you like a basic idea of the different subjects that we teach at Queen Mary. And to talk a little bit about language requirements, all students that come to study at the university are required to have an English language qualification. So that's international students and also British students as well. So for master's programmes, we tend to generally have students study the following qualifications: IELTS UKVI, TOEFL or Pearson's. The most common one is IELTS UKVI, and students are required to score between 6.5 and 7 overall for our master's programmes. It depends on which subject you're applying for. For something like an LLM, you would be required to have a 7. All our English language qualifications that we accept can be found on our website under English language requirements. Should you need some extra support with your English language, so perhaps you don't get the 7 that's required for your course, we do offer pre-sessional programmes. Pre-sessional programmes are short English language courses that you can take at the university before your master's programme. So we offer 12 weeks, 9 weeks and 5-week courses depending on your level of English. It's a good way to settle into the university and to prepare your academic English ready for your master's programme. Okay, so at Queen Mary we pride ourselves as London's campus university. So what this means is we're one of the only universities in London that has accommodation where the teaching takes place right next to the teaching buildings. So it's a very short walk to your classrooms. You can see on the map this large area. This is the Mile End Queen Mary campus. So this is our main campus. Behind it there's a smaller area and that's Whitechapel. So that's where teaching takes place for medicine and dentistry. It's where the Royal London Hospital is. But most students will be based at the Mile End campus. You can see now the tube map of London. It looks quite complicated, but it's actually very easy to use. Once you arrive in London, you'll get used to it very quickly. It's one of the easiest ways to get around the city. And you can see on the map, our main campus is located at Mile End, which is number 1. This is on the central line, so that's a red line that goes across the centre of the map. To get to the city centre, it will take you 20 minutes on the underground. It's very quick. Students who come and study in the UK, in London, are able to apply for a travel card to use the underground, and they get a 20% discount on travel around London. So that's on the underground and the buses and the overground trains. We also have a campus at number 4, which is Holborn. And this is where our students who are studying LLMs will have some of their classes. So that's in the centre of town. But to get between the 2 campuses, very quick on the central line, 15 minutes. There's also one stop from Stratford in the opposite direction, is a place called Stratford. We have some brand new postgraduate accommodation there, which you can apply to live in. It takes you 10 minutes to get to Mile End campus from that location. The good things about living in Stratford are that there's the Westfield shopping mall, which is the biggest shopping mall in Europe, and also there's the Olympic Park. And you can use the Olympic facilities, so things like the swimming pool, they're open to the public. Okay, so the map you can see now, this is the Mile End campus. The red buildings are student accommodation, so you can see it's very close. You can see the purple buildings there, teaching facilities, and the orange buildings are sort of general facilities. So things like the gym, the library, which has 24-hour access for students. So when you have exams coming up, you'll be able to study at any hour that you need to. And to talk a little bit about the Global Engagement Office, where I work, you can see a picture of myself and my colleagues. We have over 30 staff that are based across London, Beijing, Delhi and Lahore, and we're here to help you. So you're able to contact us face-to-face at exhibitions, or when you arrive at the university, you can come to our office and see us. You can also send us emails and contact us on social media with any questions you have anytime. We talked a little bit about the diversity at the university and the fact that we have students from all across the world. Last year, our team travelled to 55 different countries to meet students. So yeah, we'll look forward to welcoming you from Colombia when you come and join us. To talk a little bit about the accommodation, so we have 500 rooms available for postgraduate students. The fees range from £143 to £205 per week. The minimum price is for rooms that are a single room, and you have like shared facilities like shared bathroom, shared kitchen, but there's also ensuite rooms available. And the higher price is for some studio flats that we have available at Stratford. Your rent includes all your bills and the cleaning costs of the communal areas and also Wi-Fi. So there won't be any additional costs. When you get your accommodation contract, everything will be held within the rent. It's very important that you submit your application to university early, because one of the things you'll need to do is apply for student accommodation if that's where you choose to live. And we have an accommodation deadline of the 31st of May. So you need to apply for that so we can help you get a place in our accommodation. And to talk about entry requirements, so most of our master's programs require a degree which is 2-1. So that's a degree classification in the UK, 2-1. So here in Colombia, we would equate that to having a GPA of 4 out of 5. So most master's programs will have an expectation that your GPA will be 4. We do sometimes accept for some programs a slightly lower GPA of 3.7, but these are sort of few and far between. We do also consider work experience when we're looking at applications. So what can Queen Mary offer you? So our reputation, we are part of the Russell Group. The Russell Group are the top 24 research institutions in the UK, and we're the third largest University of London college. So what that means is there's 19 universities within London which are part of the University of London. So ourselves, UCL, King's College, for example. Diversity, we're one of the most diverse universities for student and staff. We have campuses across central and east London, so excellent location for enjoying the city. We're an academic university. We're competitive, but we're also inclusive. We have 200 sports clubs and societies, because your university study isn't just about academia, it's also about meeting people and pursuing your other interests and hobbies. And if there's a society that you would like to start when you join the university, this is something you can do through the student union and meet like-minded students. We have accommodation on campus. We have world-leading research that's taking place. In the video we watched earlier, you may have noticed that we discovered a planet called Proxima b, a new planet which was discovered by one of our academics in the School of Physics and Astronomy. So we were very proud of this achievement. You have opportunities on your courses. So for example, something like engineering. If you were to come and study an engineering course, you can do a 2-year program where in your second year you'd go and work in industry for a year and you'd get paid a salary to do so. So you'd get that real life experience of working in the UK. We also have a careers office who are there Monday to Friday to help you. You can make an appointment. And the careers office, they host events, so networking opportunities, chances to meet future employers. They also offer one-to-one appointments where you can do interview skills and like work on your CV. They can help you find placements and they can help you find internships, and also they can help you with finding part-time work if that's something you wish to pursue. And finally, London, the world's greatest city to be an international student. There's a lot to do, and I'm sure you'll enjoy your time if you come and study in London. So I'm just going to talk a little bit more about the Russell Group, just to explain what it is. So Russell Group was established in 1994, and it's 24 universities from across the UK, so the top research universities. We are the universities that lobby the government about policy on education, higher education, and the Russell Group universities, such as Queen Mary, are recipients of over 3/4 of university research grants and contract income. So if you're thinking about PhD study, a Russell Group university is a good one to choose. And the reason it's called the Russell Group is it's named after the Hotel Russell in Bloomsbury, where the first meeting was held. And these are the universities which are included in the Russell Group, and you'll see that Queen Mary is part of that list. Okay, so I'm just going to play you one last video to sum up Queen Mary, and I hope you find it very informative. I think we're ready now for questions. So if there's anything you'd like to ask, you have the opportunity now, and I'll try my best to answer your questions.
Thank you very much, Joan, for all the information about the university. One student was asking about the GPA. You were telling us that they need to have a 4.6 over 5 to apply to the university. They need to know a little bit more of information about the GPA.
Yeah, so the GPA is actually 4 out of 5 that we require. So it's not 4.6, it's 4 out of 5. So that's what we'd be looking for from students. If students were to get slightly lower and they have strong work experience, that is something that we can look at, but we couldn't make a decision on whether you could be accepted until you submit a formal application with all your information.
Okay, another question that they have is concerning to the scholarships.
Yep.
They would like to know if, apart from the scholarship or the agreement that you have with Colfuturo, Queen Mary University has other kind of scholarships to offer to the students?
Yeah, sure. So all our scholarships are actually advised, advertised on our website. So what I would recommend students do is go to our homepage, so www.qmul.ac.uk, and in the search bar you can just type scholarships. That'll take you to the scholarships page, and you can search through everything we have there. Probably the main one to speak about is Chevening Scholarship. So Colfuturo Scholarship is very good. There's also the Chevening Scholarship, which is funded by the British government. It's a full scholarship for master's study. It covers full tuition fees and accommodation and living costs. And basically what Chevening are looking for is students who are going to be future leaders in society. When they return to Colombia, what are they going to bring to society from their studies? So that information is on our website, but if you have any troubles finding it, you can get in touch with me and I'll happily pass that information on.
Thank you so much. One student is asking about the scholarships for PhD in science. Do you know if like the university offers any special scholarship in science?
So when it comes to a PhD study, with Culfuturo, we have in total 3 full scholarships for students. So there are some, I believe, in the Faculty of Science and Engineering. The other thing to mention about research funding in the UK is universities get given research grants all throughout the year. So our research funding is always changing. If you were to submit a research proposal for a certain area, and if we had funding available and we wanted you to come and study with us, we would try and pass on some of that funding to you. But as I said, it's sort of flexible, it changes all the time. A lot of the information about research funding is on our website, but also we have a colleague in the Global Engagement Office. Her name is Dr. Victoria Kemp, and she is able to be contacted and asked about different funding opportunities that we have for PhD and also the application process as well. So if you need that information, you're welcome to get in touch with me and I can pass that on to you.
Thank you. Is there LLM Technology, Media and Telecommunications law available the next year? Is the program?
I believe it is available for September 2020. I've not heard that it wouldn't be. So all our courses that are available are on our website. So you go onto the homepage, you go to the Postgraduate Talk Course Finder, very easy to use. You just type in the title of the program, and if it appears, then you can be assured that it's available for September 2020.
Thank you so much. Could you please explain to us the scholarships and they ask again about the scholarship, but they would like to know more information about the timeline to apply.
Yeah, so it depends which scholarship you want to apply for, really. They all have different deadlines. So that's why it's really important that you visit our scholarship page on the website, because the deadline information for each scholarship is listed on there. I know for the Chevening Scholarship, the application deadline for September 2020 is actually the 5th of November this year. So you don't have to have an offer from a university to apply for Chevening, but you do need to apply for the Chevening Scholarship by the 5th of November. And I don't know if you want to speak a little bit about the Culfuturo deadlines?
Okay, yeah. So we have every year one call that next year will open on the 7th of January. And it will close on the 29th of February. Yeah, so all the people that want to apply to Culfuturo need to apply in that date. If they don't apply, they need to wait another year for the next call. If you apply to Culfuturo and you are a beneficiary of Culfuturo and you want to go to Queen Mary University of London, you need to let us know, and we will send a list of the students to the university, and they will choose the ones that are going to get the scholarship. It applies to all kind of scholarships that we have with the university, to the 100% scholarships as well as the 20% scholarships.
Okay, great, thank you.
We got another question regarding the MBA. They say for MBA can apply people that have studied something like law, like if they studied here law in Colombia, can they apply to the MBA program?
Okay, so the most important thing to mention about our MBA, it's a global MBA and it's offered by the University of London, but it's only offered online, distance learning, so it's not taught at the campus. So the University of London has its own entry requirements. What I suggest you do is you visit our website, you search for the Global MBA, and then it will take you through to the University of London website where it specifies clearly the entry requirements there. If you're looking for a master's, say, within the School of Business Management, we have many that are taught on campus, for example, MSc Management, Entrepreneurship. Usually they prefer students that do have a business background, but obviously there's many qualities from other subjects which might be of benefit. So what I would say is submit an application, they will review your transcripts, and they will review your work history as well before making a decision.
Thank you so much. Another question regarding the dates and deadlines for the people that want to start their masters in September 2020. Do you know the deadline?
Yeah, so you need to check with each program. So you select the program that you want to study on our website, and if there's a specific deadline, it will be detailed there. Most programs, though, are open throughout the year. So some of our postgraduate programs have only closed for application last week for September 2019 entry. So you do have time for application. But the thing you need to remember is if you're applying for scholarships, you need to submit your application early. And if you're going to want to live on campus, again, submit your application early. Applications for September 2020 generally open sort of end of September, early October this year. So you can start your application now. You're not required to have your English language qualification when you apply. That's something that you can provide to us later. Any offer we would make would be conditional on you achieving the English result. And also we can do the same with your academic qualifications from university. If you've not finished your course yet, but say you're finished next year, we could make you a conditional offer on your final results if we're happy with the rest of your application. So really, yeah, try and submit your application as early as possible so you have time for scholarships and you have time for accommodation and you have time for your visa application as well.
There's another question regarding the GPA.
Okay.
One student would like to know if she got a 3.8 GPA, would it be possible to apply for a Master in Public Policy?
So I can't really give a confirmed answer because we have to review your application as a whole. So what we look at in an application is your academic transcripts and certificates, English language qualification if you have it. We look at the recommendation letter from your university teacher. You have to write a personal statement, which is 1 page about why you want to study the subject, what your future plans are. And also a copy of your CV. So we have to review all this information first before we can make any decision on an application. If you have a strong work history and your GPA is 3.8, then you can apply and we'll certainly consider you.
Thank you. There's another student asking how can she apply to the master. So what is the process that they have to follow to apply?
Sure. It's quite straightforward, really. So, as I said, applications will open sort of at the end of this month. You can go on our website. If you use the course finder, you can find the program that you're interested in. When you're on the course page, there's a button that says Apply Now Full Time. You select that button and it takes you through to the online application form. You just complete the online application form. You upload copies of your documents. So, as I said before, your academic transcripts from university, English language qualification if you have it, the recommendation letter from your teacher, the personal statement, and the copy of your CV. And then that gets sent through to our admissions team, and they will aim to make a decision within 4 to 6 weeks. But usually it's a lot quicker, especially the earlier that you apply.
Thank you very much, Joanne. I think that's all the questions that we have. So before closing the webinar, I want to remind all the students about the talks that we have here in Colfuturo. So we have 2 different kind of talks. One is for the Programa Crédito Beca, and the other one is for idiomas. So the first talk about Programa Crédito Beca is the first Friday of every month at 8 a.m. or the second Saturday of every month at 9 a.m. And talking about idiomas, the language program that we have here in Colfuturo is the second Saturday of every month at 11 a.m. and the last Thursday of every month at 6 p.m. And before closing, I want to thank you one more time and thank you all of you that are listening to this webinar. And I want to remind you that this webinar has been recorded and is going to be posted online and is going to be also sent to you. Thank you all and have a great day.
Thank you.